Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Hall of Famer Bob Berry ruled Milwaukee's airwaves in the 60s and 70s. He spoke with countless musicians and celebrities over the years. Bob collected remarkable recordings of these encounters, which he's now sharing with the public. Here's Bob.
Carroll O'Connor's acting earned him 5 Emmys and 2 Golden Globe Awards. He was best known for playing the rough, bigoted, blue-collar family man on the very popular All in the Family, a 1970s TV show.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played,
songs that made the hit parade.
guys like me, we had it made. Those were the days.
O'Connor grew up in the Queens area of New York, where his character, Archie Bunker, would later live. Mickey Rooney was asked to play Archie, but turned it down. Carroll appeared in many movies and TV shows. In his last TV appearance, he starred as police chief Bill Gillespie on the popular In the Heat of the Night series. At one time, he was considered for the part of the skipper on Gilligan's Island. I think he would have been perfect for that role.
Archie Bunker is the talk of Milwaukee.
Is that right?
Did you ever think that this program would be as big as it is and what has happened to it?
No, I didn't, Bob, no.
How much like Archie Bunker are you in real life?
I guess the only similarity is that Archie's a New Yorker and I'm a New Yorker too. Archie's been a working man all his life. I haven't been, and I've done some laboring jobs in my time, but Archie is, I'm an actor now, you know, and so there are great differences in background and style of life and money. I got much more money than Archie. And in our outlooks, we're on certain things, we're very different. I think Archie is very confused about race. He's very confused about people who don't think the way he thinks, and that's his trouble.
Do you get a lot of complaints about some of the things you do on the program from minority groups?
Well, I haven't seen any personally, Bob. Maybe the producers, I think, get some, but not too many. I think they're in a small minority.
How many writers put this show together?
Well, of course, we use material from a lot of writers. They come in, freelance people come in and submit ideas, and then if the producer, Mr. Lear, likes the ideas, he gives the writers assignments to go ahead and develop them. But then we've got a staff of a couple of writers who go over the material and check out what the freelance guys do, and they all hammer it out, give it to us, then we hammer it out some more, and we shoot it.
What's the story behind All in the Family? I mean, how did it come about, and how did you land the job there?
Well, it came about when Norman Lear became aware of an English show on the BBC called Till Death Us Do Part, with a family like the Bunkers, and the same composition. The father and mother, the daughter and the son-in-law, the father an arch-conservative, and the son-in-law typical young British radical. And the fights and the contentions that came out of that. Norman decided he would like to try it in America with an American counterpart family, so he put it together that way. I don't know why he chose me. I do know, he told me why. He saw me in a movie called What Did You Do in the War Then?
Oh, yes, I saw that.
I guess he saw something in the performance that he thought would be adaptable to this, and so that was it.
Well, you sure are right for the part, I'll tell you that.
Well, right for it. I know how to play it.
You know how to play it, right, yeah. Now, you're talking about movies. You were in Cleopatra, right?
Yes.
What did you play in that in the movie?
Well, I played a small part, actually, a feature part. Casca, the Roman senator that plunged the first dagger into Julius Caesar.
Oh, yeah.
One of Caesar's arch enemies. A true figure in history, by the way.
How many shows do you do at one time when you start taping All in the Family? You do quite a few of them? I know you have a live audience.
At one time? You mean...
I mean, do you tape a couple of shows, like in one day?
No, we work 1 week on each show, and the last day of the working week is the taping day. We tape each show twice before 2 different audiences. We will tape a show at 5:30 before one audience, tape it again at 8 o'clock before another audience. And Usually the second show is the one that goes on the air.
I see.
Occasionally there might be something better in the first one, and we'll cut that in and use that piece.
You ever make mistakes where you have to go back?
Well, not very often. Sometimes, I remember one show I looked down and I saw that I wasn't wearing my white socks, and it sort of confused me to see that I'd forgotten it, so I just stopped the tape and went and put them on, and then we picked up the show from that point. Occasionally somebody will forget a line and the wait is too long, so the director cuts or stops us and has us go back. Usually we have a straight run-through, and the audience enjoys it as though they were enjoying a play, a live play.
Are some lines offensive? Let's say maybe you do them in the first show and then you'd have to cut them out. I think there was a Christmas show, the one that I'm referring to. Wasn't there a greeting card?
Well, it wasn't a question of being offensive. I really thought that, yes, it was a greeting card. It was. I thought that it should be reworded for accuracy of. Either way, I think it could have been considered offensive by some people, but we would do it anyway because we can't really worry about that. We have to do what we think is true with the character. There was something about a card dealer having, as I recall, a card dealer. Edith said the line, "Oh, he sent us such a nice Christmas card. The Christ child, the Christ child riding in a Buick convertible." And I said it would be better to have the three wise men in a Buick convertible. Because to me, the Christ child in the convertible was an absurdity. I don't think an automobile dealer would do that, but he might. The three wise men, that made more sense. It got the same good reaction from the audience.
What do your neighbors think about the part you play? I mean, your real-life neighbors.
Well, I don't know. I think they haven't expressed anything. They watch the show. They seem to enjoy the show. And their kids watch it and enjoy it. And I haven't had much discussion with them. I have a couple of my neighbors are professional people in the business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't always discuss the business when we get together. So I don't know what the neighborhood does. I think they just like the show, and that's about all.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they do, like 60 million other people that watch it every week.
Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
This is Carroll O'Connor, who plays Archie Bunker on All in the Family. And you're listening to that dingbat Bob Berry's program on station WOK1.
Bob Berry.
Thank you for listening to Bob Berry's Unearthed Interviews. Be sure to subscribe and rate our podcast on iTunes or wherever you find your podcasts. You can find all the episodes at WisconsinBroadcastingMuseum.org. Check out Bob Berry's book, Rock and Roll Radio Milwaukee. Book sale proceeds support Angels Kids Fund and Donate Life Wisconsin. The preceding program was made possible by a generous contribution from Terry Vaughn.